Welcome to Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton's Battlefield Effects Safety Class. In this presentation, you will learn the requirements to use BFX on board Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton. This class will take approximately 15 minutes of your time. Please note that the slides will advance automatically and allow you to follow along with the accompanying handout. Battlefield effects, or BFX, are defined as any black powder device, any propane or black powder IED device, or any RPG simulator device. Please note that flash powder is not authorized in any amount. Should you need to make face-to-face contact with us at the Range Operations Division, you'll find us at the Base Air Station, Building 2399, Room 209. For phone contact, several phone numbers have been listed on this slide. They include the Range Control Officer, the Range Safety Specialists, the Long Rifle Firing Desk, and the Training Support Division. The publications and orders used to determine the allowed uses of BFX devices are Marine Corps Order 3570.1 Bravo, the current base range regulations, the current edition of the requirements for role players, OpNav Instruction 5, Volume 1, FM5 TAC 250, and the current BFX certification letter. Each day, Camp Pendleton hosts over 200 training events. These training events include both non-live fire and live fire events. It is the responsibility of every person entering the range and training areas to know exactly where they are at all times. At no time shall any role player or BFX operator enter or move about the RTA without direct supervision from an RSO from the supporting unit. Anytime that you are not within a cantonment area or are on a hard surface road, with the exception of Old El Camino Real or Old Highway 101, you are in the RTA and should be under the escort and supervision of a unit RSO. All BFX munitions must be handled in accordance with this class and direction given by the range control officer. Additionally, at no time can any BFX device be assembled off-site and then transported to the training event. Any devices not utilized must be disassembled prior to transportation off of base. No cleanup shots are allowed at any time. A joint inventory of all BFX must be conducted by the unit OIC and the BFX supervisor. All BFX must be listed on a separate NAVMAC 11381. BFX munitions must be escorted from Las Pulgas Gate by the supporting unit and only be delivered to appropriate ranges and training areas. The supporting unit must provide armed ammo guards and the BFX munitions must be delivered to the OIC. At no time shall any munitions be broken out until the OIC is present. A separate NAVMAC 11381 for BFX munitions must be filled out at the range by the BFX supervisor in front of the OIC prior to going hot. The nomenclature, quantity requested, received, expended, and turned in are all noted on the NAVMAC 11381. In our example here, the requested amount was 100 1-ounce IED devices, and 100 devices were assembled on site. Continuing our example, 75 1-ounce assembled devices were utilized, and 25 1-ounce devices were disassembled and removed from the training site. The OIC for BFX devices must be a gunnery sergeant or above. The OIC must ensure that only BFX listed and approved by the range control officer are used. Must give final authorization to fire each BFX IED or RPG. Must visually approve the location of all BFX and approve the designation of the minimum safety distances. And must ensure that reflective overpressures are calculated and minimum safety distances are adhered to. The RSO for BFX devices must be a staff sergeant or above, and must visually verify the location of all BFX and the designation of the minimum safety distances approved by the OIC. All BFX operators and supervisors must watch this remote BFX class and pass the follow-on testing. The site supervisor must hold a current state first class or theatrical card. The site supervisor may also act as an operator. When acting as an operator, there is no requirement for a second site supervisor. All other operators must hold a current state pyrotechnics card. Personnel that are not card holders may only assist. BFX supervisors and operators shall check in with the unit OIC and ensure that all IEDs are briefed and that all required safety measures are adhered to. At no time shall any BFX be used in any enclosed space. At no time shall any BFX be used without eyes on. In order to complete this training, you must pass the follow-on open book testing held in the MCAS classroom at the listed designated times. All BFX operators holding a current state card must bring that card to the testing for verification. Each tester needs to bring their own handout. No sharing is allowed. We appreciate you taking the time to ensure that you are able to safely support training aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton.